Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I got a phone call, so bit of interruption there. But yeah, as I was saying before, you know, everyday Jamaicans that have shown up and done greatness in ordinary people's lives, you know, ordinary. And so, why? Why is the world showing up for Jamaica the way it has? It's been a terrible disaster. Terrible. But have we seen this level of support before? And also, I wanted to touch on, and maybe we have, you know, let me know. But this is close to me, so maybe, you know, I'm thinking, you know, the wrong way. But if you're still with me, I'm going to get into some points that I think I need to talk about, and I think we need to talk about. Has the Prime Minister announced or proclaimed, he has to make a proclamation and officially declare a state of emergency? And I'm not sure if he's actually done that. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. And this isn't about criticising the Prime Minister and all that. I just think we need to just focus on what needs to be done, and if it's not being done, you know, let's encourage those that have the power to do it. As simple as that. It's not about any one man, any one woman. This is about, let's get things right, let's get things done. Children are hungry, homeless, just the basic human requirements of life they are without. So let's focus on getting these things right. It has to start with the state of emergency, and if he hasn't officially proclaimed or declared Jamaica as a state of emergency, then the Jamaican Emergency Powers Act cannot commence. And if that is the case, then is that why maybe we're not seeing the type of action that we would expect? You know, I'm just throwing it out there because I could be wrong, and I just want people to comment and share their opinions, right? The Jamaican Emergency Powers Act, we have to look closely at that act. We have to look closely at the law. I looked closely at it, and I need to go back again because it's very difficult to read, you know. It's almost like old English. You've got to read it and to really to get a full understanding. I recommend reading it over and over. But there is a part there. There is a section there that talks about land, and I recommend everyone have a close look at it along with me. There's a section there that talks about land within the Jamaican Emergency Powers Act that will not allow the government to take possession of land. So in order to deal with, my understanding is in order to deal with the emergency, you're given powers over certain property and in order to deal with the emergency. But one thing you can't take, it states specifically, you can't take land. And isn't that actually what the Prime Minister has mentioned? That he actually does want to take land. He wants to take hold of St. Elizabeth to create a smart city. So my feeling is, if he proclaims and declares a state of emergency, in Jamaica, then that lawful Jamaican Emergency Act will commence, and he'll have to follow those the protocols for the emergency, and that particular part is not what he wants or what the government wants to do. They actually want to go against that, and they're not making any secret of that. They want to take land and create a smart city, but you can't do that according to the law, the act. So again, if I'm wrong, I'm welcome, I welcome criticism, I welcome, because at the end of the day we're going to learn, and we're going to arrive at the truth, and that's all we want, isn't it? The truth. So that's one thing. Another thing, I'm going to go into more detail, I think, because it needs a video of its own. But I think that the Jamaican people need to understand who we are. We need to understand that we are supreme according to British law, because British law is the same. Jamaican law is the same as British law. It is the same law. And there's a reason for that too. So we need to understand who we are in the eyes of the law, and why we are who we are. So that's really important. So it's going to require some patience, but those who have eyes, let them see. Those who have ears, let them hear. Many people have not got the patience to learn the truth and learn, especially in this time. It's a balancing act of the priorities, and the priority is to save people's lives, preserve life, provide food and shelter and clothing and water, these essential things in life right now. That's the priority, don't get me wrong. But closely after that is knowing and understanding who you are, what you are entitled to, what belongs to you, because that, I believe, is under attack, and has always been under attack anyway. That's always been under attack, and that there's something we can do about that. I don't think we're helpless and hopeless, but you're not going to even get to that point if you don't even know who you are according to the law, what rights you have, what power you have. Alright, so I'm going to do a totally separate video on that. And again, anyway, I'm not going to be negative. I just pray that there are enough people out there that will see the importance and act upon that next video I'm going to do. Take action. Alright, but once again, thanks to all nations for the love and support and care of my nation. I'm so proud. I really am. So thankful, so grateful on behalf of the Jamaican people. Thanks again.